can't believe it. Do low-class people just pick up things like that?
What? No. I just thought someone might have lost it. You'll catch a cold.
Huh? Who are you?
Sorry. This thing is practically falling apart. I'm sure you don't want it. Take care of things. Many people have been told this or have said it to others. Everyone has something important to them, something they strive to protect. Yet in this world, the things I cherished were always despised by others.
Kensuke! Tomorrow's a day off. Take me somewhere?
My name is Kensuke Kitami, a 23-year-old system engineer with a technical degree. And this is Kinugi Shinomichi, the daughter of my company's CEO and also my girlfriend. Sorry, I have something to do tomorrow.
Again? You've been turning me down a lot lately.
My aunt isn't feeling well. I'm sorry. As I nodded along to her complaints, I kept walking. Then, huh? This is an old watch. Someone must have dropped it. A lonely-looking, worn-out pocket watch lay abandoned on the roadside. I felt strangely drawn to it and picked it up.
Kensuke, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, this? It caught my eye. It's old, but it looks expensive.
Wait. Are you serious?
Did I say something weird? She looked utterly disgusted.
I can't believe it. Do low-class people just pick up things like that?
What? No. I just thought someone might have lost it.
That broken watch? If someone dropped it, they obviously don't want it anymore.
You don't know that. It might be something very precious to them.
Unbelievable. You're probably thinking about pawning it off or something, aren't you? You're good at your job, and you're decent looking, so I liked you, but this is too much.
Goodbye. With those parting words, she left me. They don't need it anymore, huh? I haven't heard that in a while. I didn't feel like chasing after her. I've never been the type to cling to people, and I didn't feel any attachment to her either. You might have been something precious to someone too. I absent-mindedly brushed off the dust with my fingers, whispering to the unknown owner of the pocket watch. The scars on my worn-out heart ached.
Mom! Last night this guy's creepy old watch started making noise again. I can't take it anymore, it's so weird.
I'm sorry, but it's important to me. It was a memory from long ago. A time when I was being passed around between relatives as a child. I had no parents. When I was 6, they died in an accident. The adults treated me like something fragile, desperately searching for a convenient excuse to get rid of me. They don't understand. This watch, it's all I have left. Even as a child, I had resigned myself to being passed around. No matter where I went, it was always the same. My parents were gone. Then, one day, the Furuki couple, distant relatives, came into my life.
Kensuke, bring everything important to you. Come live with us.
Unlike the others, their eyes held kindness.
Hey, did you hear? Katami picked something up off the street during his date yesterday and took it to a pawn shop. I never imagined him doing something like that, but now that I think about it, he does own a lot of old things.
The next week at work, rumors had spread. I got to witness firsthand the power of being the CEO's daughter. I never even went to a pawn shop, but whatever. People leave eventually. No matter how much you treasure them, it doesn't matter.
He said I'm an old woman nobody wants, but he picks up old junk and keeps it for himself.
That's awful. Just because he's good at his job doesn't mean he can treat women like that.
Her lies grew more elaborate, and my place in the company was gradually being raised. I never said any of that. She must have realized she couldn't back down now. To keep from being exposed, she piled lie upon lie, systematically concerning me. I decided I wasn't going to waste any more time on her or the people entertained by her lies. Thank you for everything.
Wait, are you really quitting? Don't you feel bad leaving your colleagues behind?
The office stared at my sudden decision. It wouldn't be easy to find someone to replace me. Some people, conveniently ignoring how they spread rumors for fun, tried to stop me, but my decision was final. Kanugi, the root of it all, had finally gone pale, but that was her problem, not mine.
For now, take your time and focus on taking care of yourself.
And so, I left my job. I didn't have my next move planned. When I told the Furuki couple, the ones who raised me, they just smiled.
That's right, Kensuke. If you ever need anything, just come home. This is your house too.
Thank you, Uncle Aunt. I'm going for a walk. It's been a long time since I came here. This was the small park in the town I moved to when the Furuki couple took me in. I used to hide inside that playground equipment. Then Uncle and Aunt would always come and find me. Some of the familiar structures were gone, probably removed due to aging. Old things eventually disappear. That's just how the world works. Then why? Why does it hurt so much? A crying voice echoed in sync with my own pain, drawing my gaze upward. Huh? That woman? Why is she crying here? Normally I wouldn't have paid any attention, but for some reason, I couldn't ignore her. As if drawn to her, I stepped forward, the sound of my feet shifting the sand beneath me until I stood before her. You'll catch a cold.
Huh? Who are you?
Just a passerby. Here, wipe your tears. I held out a handkerchief and immediately realized my mistake. The one I offered was old, worn from years of use. Sorry. This thing is practically falling apart. I'm sure you don't want it.
Thank you. I'll borrow it.
Eh? Sure, here. Without hesitation, she took the handkerchief from me and blew her nose forcefully, along with her tears.
Huh? Why are you laughing?
No. I just didn't expect you not to mind the old handkerchief. A laugh welled up, along with a slight hint of tears. Her reaction made me happy.
I don't mind at all. Why would I?
Well, it's pretty worn out, isn't it? I've been using it for over 20 years now. Most women would probably think it's dirty and not want to use it.
20 years? That's vintage.
Huh?
Aww, that's so romantic. For 20 years, this handkerchief has wiped away so many things, hasn't it? Oh no! And now my tears and snot have been added to its 20-year history. I might pass out from this excitement.
She's a peculiar one.
And look, you repaired it. It's been truly cherished.
Oh,
Actually, I just attended the demolition of my childhood home today. It had been abandoned for years and the deterioration was severe. It made me really sad. That's why I was crying here alone. It's kind of silly, isn't it?
I understand. I thought I understood her loneliness, the emptiness she couldn't put into words. We talked for a while, and before parting, we promised to meet again soon.
Come in. Please step inside.
This place is... The woman I had met, now properly introduced as Tsukihime Hewa. She brought me to this workshop. She was 25 years old and had recently started her own business. She worked here as an antique restoration specialist. A new face. What kind of craftsman are you, mister? I wouldn't say I'm a craftsman exactly. Oh, really? I'm Tamaki Ryoichi. Call me Lychee.
He paints and restores artwork. He's a craftsman like me, but in a slightly different way.
It seemed this place was a gathering spot for various artisans. They restored and sold antiques, operating as a collective of independent professionals. I'm not sure if I'll be any use here. That day, my small act of lending a handkerchief led Tsukihime to invite me to join this company.
What are you saying? There's no one better suited to work here than you.
Huh?
You love old things. No matter the reason, that's what matters to me.
I just couldn't bring myself to throw away the things from when my parents were alive.
That's wonderful. They're precious keepsakes. They protected your heart, didn't they? People always talk about impermanence and letting go of attachments. But honestly, I think it's sad when beautiful things disappear completely. In an age where minimalism is all the rage, shouldn't there be at least one place that values preservation? Don't you think so?
Looking at her smile, the pain in my heart, which had long been festering, suddenly felt a little lighter. Yeah, I do. Tsukihime, please let me work here.
Huh? Of course! I'm looking forward to it.
And so, I joined the workshop as Tsukihime's apprentice and learned restoration techniques. But I also wanted to be useful right away, so I leveraged my skills to develop a management system. I built an internal system to handle everything, from acquiring antiques to tracking repairs and sales.
Whoa! This makes everything so much easier. Kensuke, you're amazing!
Yeah, we're all artisans and restorers here, so we were really lacking in organization. You are seriously cool, Kensuke. I'm glad I could help. The work was fulfilling. Having spent years preserving my parents' keepsakes, I found that experience coming in handy.
Looks like you're having fun, Kensuke.
Tsukihime was incredibly skilled. After finishing a specialized school, she had trained under a master craftsman. Maybe someday I can fix the old pocket watch I found. In the end, I couldn't bring myself to throw it away. I had tried taking it to a police station, but they wouldn't accept it as a lost property since it was clearly broken and had no value. So I took it home with me. No value. Huh. I wouldn't let them say that forever. Someday, my attachment to the past might be my downfall. But for now, I want to embrace that part of myself.
Another system error? What's going on?
6 months had passed since I left my previous job. The office I once worked in was now filled with tension.
We don't know. Katami always handle these kinds of issues.
You call yourself engineers? If that guy could do it, why can't you? Ugh! What am I supposed to tell my father now? This is all your fault!
Kanugi only cares about how she'll explain things to her father, not about fixing the actual problem.
She really has some nerve, acting like this after everything she did to drive him out. Yeah, but we were just as guilty for spreading rumors. Yeah, Katami always helped us, but we turned on him. We were awful.
The other engineers who had pushed me out regretted it. But that had nothing to do with me anymore. I held no lingering attachments.
Ugh! This is so infuriating. Why do I have to deal with this crap? It's all his fault for quitting. I'm going crazy! Damn you, Kensuke Katami!
Unlike my former colleagues, she bore no guilt, only resentment toward me.
Hello. You must be Kanugi Shinomichi.
Huh?
Unaware of the chaos of my old workplace, I was out drinking with Tsukihime and Tamaki.
The police contacted me. Apparently a nearby recycling shop had been receiving a lot of stolen goods lately.
We need to be extra careful with our sourcing. Our business deals with what's legally classified as secondhand goods. Anything previously owned, repaired, or even unused but sold for future use falls under that category. To operate, we needed a secondhand dealer license. If we ever unknowingly buy stolen goods, we could face legal consequences. I had no idea I used to be an administrative scrivener, Lychee.
Right? People always find it surprising. I actually handled all the licensing paperwork for our boss when she started this company.
You really helped me back then.
After helping Tsukihime with the business paperwork, Tamaki decided he wanted to be a craftsman himself. Everyone has their own past, huh? Maybe it was the alcohol, but I found myself feeling a bit sentimental, just as we were about to head to a second bar.
I found you! Kensuke, I've been looking everywhere for you.
The person rushing toward me as if about to bounce was Shinomiji Kunugi, the last person I ever expected to see again. What do you want, Shinomichi?
What do you mean, what do you want? Everything's a mess because of you. Fix it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. If you don't explain, there's nothing I can do.
Don't play dumb. The other day, that foster parent of yours, some guy named Furuki, came to my company.
Huh? Furuki? A man? Does she mean Masato?
And apparently he's some big shot client of ours. Why did you say anything? You told me you didn't have parents, that they died when you were little. Why would someone who doesn't even consider you their child throw away a business deal for you?
That's right. The man who raised me, Furuki Masato, is an executive at the company that used my former system. He threw away the deal? I had no idea. Besides, Uncle isn't the type to make business decisions based on personal feelings.
Lies! He told me himself.
You've done quite a number on Kensuke, haven't you? That boy was shuffled from house to house before he finally came to us. Kensuke is our one and only son. Do you understand that?
That has nothing to do with me. Wait, but he said he didn't have parents.
That's true. We wish to be his parents, but we could never truly replace his real ones. His wounds run deep, and that is our failing. But even for parents who aren't perfect, there are still things we can do.
He always wore a gentle smile. Even I had never seen him angry before.
I will never forgive you for hurting my son. Be ready for the consequences.
Furuki Masato and his wife had saved me from being passed around like an unwanted burden. Their love was real. But I was always afraid. Afraid that if I depended on someone, I'd eventually lose them. Uncle must have realized this and chose to watch over me gently, never pressuring me. Hearing her story, I fell silent. Losing patience, she grabbed me.
Are you even listening? I said fix this. Tell him to continue the deal. You can do that, right? If you don't, my father will. He'll scold me.
Hey, let go! You're gonna rip my jacket!
Shut up, shut up, shut up! It's just some old rag anyway.
The sound of something breaking. I hated that sound. It rang in my ears, telling me exactly what had happened.
Huh? Wait! I didn't think it would actually tear. I mean, was it really that old? Honestly, a grown man wearing a tattered jacket all the time is way weirder. You're still just as pathetic and filthy as ever.
Enough!
What?
Pathetic and filthy? You wouldn't understand, but this jacket is something Uncle gave me when I got my first job. It's important to me. Whenever it got worn down, I repaired it, making sure it never fell apart. Everything wears down with time. Everything grows old. But in return, they carry memories, people's emotions, and thoughts. And I
I despise people who mock things without knowing their meaning.
The emotions I had suppressed, festering like sludge inside me, erupted in a shout. It felt like my throat was ripping apart, but I didn't care. Your company's engineers contacted me the other day. They said they were sorry.
Huh?
I didn't care in the slightest, but they also told me that constant system errors had lowered the company's standards. Uncle probably saw that too. He's not the kind of man to let bad business slide.
Tsukihime, Laichi, I'm heading home. I need to see uncle and aunt. Alright, leave this to us. You have something you need to say, don't you?
Yeah, thank you.
Wait, Kensuke, if you're going to see them, then I...
It's about time you learn to read the room.
What? This has nothing to do with you two. It does. Kensuke is our valued employee now. My apprentice, too. Apprentice? What the hell did he even learn from someone like you? Nothing you could ever understand. Someone who destroys things and refuses to apologize has nothing to learn here.
Later, I found out that the two of them had put Kanugi in her place on my behalf.
Dear, you'll catch a cold if you stay out here too long.
At that time, the Furukis were enjoying a peaceful evening under the moonlight.
Saiko, I'm sorry I was never able to give you a child.
Furuki and Masato had a condition that prevented them from having children. After overcoming their hardship, they chose to take me in.
What are we talking about? We have Kensuke, don't we?
Yeah, you're right. We do. If only I could have been his real...
I'm home.
Kensuke, what are you doing here at this hour?
I need to tell you something. Running at full speed for the first time in years, I was out of breath. Tears welled up inside me, making it hard to form words. I always thought it was just how things were. Ever since I was a kid, I believed I was alone. So I clung to my parents and mementos. Because if I lost even those, then I would truly be alone in this world. Even when you and Aunt gave me a place to belong, I was scared. Scared that one day I'd lose you too. I was too afraid of losing something important, so I pretended not to see it. But the truth is, I couldn't say the rest. It felt selfish. Like it was too little, too late.
I worried I had waited too long, but...
Kensuke, tell me, have we been your parents? Your family?
Thank you for raising me. For giving me a home. Dad, Mom.
Kensuke, you...
I'm so glad. Welcome home, Kensuke.
Now a little about what happened afterward. Kanugi caused the loss of a major client, which was the final straw for her father, the company president. On top of that, the president had once valued me as an exceptional employee. When he found out that his own daughter was the reason I left, he exploded with rage.
Papa, I'm so sorry.
After being disowned, she also lost her job and resorted to reselling goods to survive. Ma'am, these items are stolen property. We cannot buy them.
Huh? No way. Please do something.
She ended up in trouble when she unknowingly stocked stolen goods, only to be rejected when she tried to sell them. If someone unknowingly buys stolen goods, they may be protected as an innocent third party. But in this case, the store reported it to the police. All the stock she had purchased was confiscated, and since she had been reselling without a proper antique dealer's license, she was held legally accountable. As for me, it's working! I attempted to repair the pocket watch I picked up that day, and I succeeded. Being able to restore it with my own hands filled me with so much joy that I couldn't help but shout.
It really is. That's amazing, Kensuke. I knew you had a knack for this.
Excited Tsukihime, or rather Hawa, hugs me tightly from behind. Since then, we started dating and became a couple.
Well done, Kensuke. The time that had stopped has finally started moving again.
I did it! Now, no one can say it has no value. The ticking sound of time and resuming felt strangely exciting. Probably because I had finally moved forward from my past. I had once clung to relics of my parents' time, trapped in the past. But now, I could finally face the future. Even if objects imbued with memories disappear, it's okay. Because I've realized I can carry all of them within my heart.
Hello, Brittany here. I loved this episode. It was so different than anything I've read before. I loved the antiqueness. It was really cool. I hope you all enjoyed as well, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.